One of my favorite parts of cooking is mashing things together, taking some inspiration from one culture and a little bit from another. My good friend, Chef Norman Van Aken, is the king of this, and I'm gonna follow in his footsteps. So today, I might cause a bit of controversy, Ethan, controversy, perhaps a little. We're gonna mash up a Tampa Cuban and a cheesesteak for what I think is a fantastic cheesesteak recipe. So before we even get started, go ahead and leave the hate comments down below because I know they're gonna be there. With that being said, let's jump right into the recipe. By now, I'm sure you've seen a ton of cheesesteak recipes that we can or cannot call authentic, but we can call them delicious. I've seen some, they're amazing. You guys are absolutely crushing it. I'm gonna start with green bell peppers. Again, leave the comments below. Green bell peppers and onion. I wanna cut these up kind of small, like a julienne. They need to be the exact same size. And this is a great combo because of color and sweetness. I have my Blackstone preheated at medium-high heat. I'm gonna throw down just a touch of oil and my pepper and onion. You can hit that with just a bit of salt and pepper. Now we wanna cook this fast and furious. We wanna get a really decent caramelization so they don't get too soft. So cook those for about 1 minute to 3 minutes, depending on how you like them, and then slide them over to the cooler part of the griddle. Now let's get to our beef. Today I am using shaved ribeye. Personally, I think that makes a fantastic cheesesteak. So I usually go to my butcher, find the ribeye that I like, and ask them to slice it nice and thin, like they did for me this morning. Now I'm gonna make just a big, beautiful pile and chop that up just a little bit. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to this as well. What we're looking for is crust for Maillard reaction. That texture is gonna make the sandwich, it's gonna make it kind of feel like it tastes better, but it's not. It kind of fakes your brain out. You don't want steamed meat. You want crisp, beautiful Maillard ribeye. While that's finishing up, let's get to our sauce. Now again, it may not be authentic to put mayo on a cheesesteak, but I think it's fantastic, so we're gonna do it because we can. I'm gonna take a small little bowl, add some Duke's mayo, some yellow mustard, and some sweet relish. Now this pickle mustard combo, we're gonna get some sweetness, some vinegar, a little bit of creaminess from the mayo. This is a really great sauce that takes your palate to places it definitely wants to go on a cheesesteak. All right, let's talk about bread. Now I have some Casino Bakery bread, as like I am in Tampa, might as well get the good stuff. So we're gonna slice out a decent section of this bread, then we're gonna cut it in half and put our sauce on both sides. Traditionally, a Cuban does have pickles. We're doing that in the form of relish, so we do get that sweet little bite of sweetness. I've also got some cheese. I have 2 different cheeses. I'm gonna start with Swiss. You know what, let's do Swiss on one side. How do you feel about 2 different kinds of cheeses, Ethan?
Oh, I am all for it.
I have some Swiss and I have some white American. Now Betty talks about her cheesesteak definitely having to have Cooper Sharp, white American. I don't know if I'm following. There are no rules. There are no rules. This is gonna be delicious. This is what it's gonna be. I don't wanna do meat just yet. Here's what I wanna do. I do, change my mind. Salami. You gotta have salami on a Cuban. So we're gonna follow the rules, if there are any. All right, now let's bring this over to our griddle. Here, follow me, bud. We're gonna go over to all of that beef fat that's still over here on the griddle. Now let's go right down the middle with some of that. Oh, see what's happening now? Now we're starting to turn into a cheesesteak. Let's do some of the meat, some of the peppers and onions. Oh my goodness. You know, you get to that point when you're cooking, when everything starts coming together, you're like, okay, I know what's next. I've also got a bit of ham. So let's actually take our ham. This is kind of following in that Cuban recipe route. A little bit of ham. And then can we fold this up? Is this gonna happen? Woof! Get there, get there. Well, you know what we need a press. I'm gonna grab my bacon press and let's put it right on top. This is kind of staple Cuban technique to get a good press. It holds everything together and it gives us a nice toast on the bun. Now we're gonna let that go for 2 to 3 minutes, basically long enough for the cheese to melt and for that bread to get nice and toasty. You can flip this over a few times just to make sure we get an even melt on all the cheese and an even toast on the bread. A really crisp exterior on the sandwich really makes it a Cuban, and the filling really makes it a cheesesteak. So, cheesesteak Cuban? Yeah, whatever it is, it looks amazing. I don't know, maybe beautiful is an understatement. Can you just, Ethan, can the camera see what I see? Because whoa, here we go. I get that mustard and relish first, then the cheesesteak, then the cheese. Oh, there's a salami. Oh. Dude, I don't know if I can finish this video. You gonna eat the other half of this?
Oh, I'm definitely eating that.
We have more. We might need to make more.
Oh,
Holy cow. Yep. Crisp bread is where it's at. The Cuban sandwich truly is a testament to lots of different opinions and ideas coming together between the Italian, German, and Cuban immigrants that were in Tampa. A little bit of their culture is represented in the sandwich. And now we have added Philly. Let's see if Philly wants to share. Or let's just, honestly, the people that really hated it, they're gonna leave the comments before they get to this part of the video. So go down, leave a comment down below, read the other fun comments. And I wanna see what you guys, it's time to free the cheesesteak. It has been freed. We now have a cheesesteak Cuban. Philly does not have the rights to a cheesesteak. Maybe, I don't either. But this one's delicious. I want to see what you guys have. Be sure to watch CJ's show, watch Betty's show, Todd's show, Destination Delicious, and Bruce Mitchell's show. But this is Cook, Eat, Repeat, where we like to help you become a better cook, one recipe at a time. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy, and whoa, that's all I got. Ethan?
Whoa.
You should be done.
Yeah.